the shit. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have an audience for the... Oh, wait, never mind. Maybe. Oh, hi-ho. Certified ho moment. Anyway, welcome to Wonder After Dark. Unfortunately, Sylve could not be here tonight. No explanation given, but no offense taken. Before we begin, new set piece. Perfect. Anyway. But yeah, Sylve could not be here tonight. Now, as for what we're covering this fine episode, well, I don't like that you have more My Little Pony stuff than me. Sorry. Alright, well, let's move our gaze out of the way. And let's move the best boy into frame while I struggle to figure out how. Okay, let me just punch him over. There we go. Not sure how well that's going to stand, but anyway, time to motion. Also, Yeah, it did just occur to me. I do have more than you. Anyway, also, anyway, let's just get into it. Oh. Anyway, let's just lay him on his side. Godzilla Minus One. Godzilla Minus One is a 2023 Japanese epic kaiju film, which is code for peak cinema, written, directed, and with visual effects by, I am not good with Japanese names, Takashi Yamazaki. Again, I am not good with Japanese names. It is the 37th film in the Godzilla franchise, which it honestly feels like there's been more than 37, if I'm going to be honest. Anyway, is as well as Toho's 33rd Godzilla film, and the 5th installment in the, I'm also not good with these, Reiwa era. Reiwa era. I don't know if I said that correctly. Anyway, set in post-war Japan, the film stars good lord, expect a lot of this. Ryunosuke Kamiki, that name, I'm just going to call him Ryu for short, as former kamikaze pilot suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder after encountering a giant monster known as Godzilla. Happens to the best of us. The supporting supporting cast includes Minami Hamabe, Yuki Yamada, okay, there's an easy one for me, Minutaka Aoki, Hidetaka Yoshioka, Sakura Ando, that sounds like a Star Wars character, and Kuranosuke Sasaki. Is this how it feels to commit witchcraft? Anyway, back where I come, we call ice cream frozen cock sex. Anyway, the film was produced by Toho Studios and Robot Communications and distributed by Toho. Exciting. Anyway, the film premiered at the Shinjuku Toho building, October 18th, 2023. I'm going to need reading glasses for this one. And released in Japan on November 3rd, 2023. Wow. The film had a budget of American money, 10 to 15 million. I am not even going to try and convert that to yen. Not even going to try. And made 113.6 million. Again, I don't know how much that would be in yen, but big success. Anyway, following Shin Godzilla, Toho was unable to produce another live-action Godzilla film until 2020, owing to a contract with Legendary Entertainment, which I already know for a fact that contract had to have been related to the MonsterVerse, because Legendary is who produces that. Anyway, producer Minami Ichikawa. I had a brought him when I was Chikakred. I had lost all me makeup on my faz. Anyway, appointed Yamazaki to create the film upon completion of the Great War of Archimedes. There's something I could pronounce. Anyway, principal photography, however, was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, leaving Yamazaki 3 years to work on the script, taking inspiration from previous Godzilla films and the works of both Hayao Miyazaki and Steven Spielberg. So that explains why it came out so great. Anyway, in February 2022, Robot Communications publicized that Yamazaki would soon direct an untitled kaiju movie. Filming occurred in Chubo and Kanto. Hey, look, another name I can pronounce, but only because I know it from Pokemon. Anyway, from March to June 2022 on a reputed, I am assuming I said that correctly, 10 to 15 million budget. Shiragumi's Chofo Studio, I'm probably disrespecting a lot of people, spent 8 months creating the visual effects. The film was revealed to be an installment in the Godzilla series in 2022, and its title was announced in July 2023. Anyway, film premiered, as previously stated, at the Shinjuku Toho building on October 18th, 2023, and was released in Japan on November 3rd to celebrate the franchise's 70th anniversary. Toho International later released the film in North America on December 1st. Many Western critics, Western critics praised the film as one of the best films of 2023 and among the greatest in the Godzilla franchise. It grossed $113 million worldwide, becoming the third highest grossing Japanese film of 2023 and surpassing Shin Godzilla as the most successful Japanese film. And I am just now realizing I kind of have the cadence of JD from Scrubs, and I low-key kind of hate it. Anyway. The Prime Minister of Sweden visited Washington today, and my tiny little nipples went to France. It also attained numerous accolades, including a leading 12 nominations at the 47th Japan Academy Film Prize, fucking kill me, winning 8, 3 nominations at the 17th Asian Film Awards, winning 2, and winning Best Visual Effects at the 96th Academy Awards. Yay. And currently, another Yamazaki-helmed Godzilla film is in development. Whether or not it is Godzilla Minus 2, I have no idea. I want it to be, but don't know if it'll be. Anyway, the American premiere of the film took place at the DGA Theater Complex in Los Angeles on November 10th with English subtitles. Happy birthday! Toho's subsidiary, Toho International, then distributed the subtitled print throughout the U.S. on December 1st, becoming their first wide theatrical self-distributed title in North America. After grossing $2.1 million from previews on Wednesday and Thursday, it went on to third place with $11 million from over 2,000 theaters, breaking the U.S. opening record for a live-action Japanese film. Wow! Overtaking Demon Slayer title I am not even going to try and pronounce to the Swordsmith Village as the biggest debut for a foreign film in 2023. Exciting. Oh yeah, it also dethroned Joon-ho's Parasite. Or Joon-ho. I don't know. Anyway. Now the film was originally supposed to be in theaters for just 1 week. But it was so successful in the U.S. that they finally pulled it from theaters on February 4th, 2021. Allegedly because Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire was being readied for release 8 weeks thereafter. Presumably. And finally, for theatrical, the film received a theatrical re-release in the U.S. on November 1st, 2024, alongside 13 minutes of exclusive bonus content. Spoilers for how I first saw the movie 1 year later. Anyway, on June 1st, 2024, the film became available internationally on Netflix. And last but not least, it was released in Japan on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD on May 1st, 2024, and was distributed in the US beginning in September as like this big, bulky collector's edition. And there was like some controversy with that release where like the special features did not have any subtitles. They were just in raw Japanese. Yeah. And last but not least, a more standard, slim, like this small release will be coming on November 19th, 2024. Again, on 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. But not without like the big collector's packaging, just like a standard plastic case. Ooh, boy, only 16 minutes in, and I've already said a lot about this movie. I don't have a copy of it, but how did I first see it? Well, I was a year late to the party. Yeah, you see, I tried to see it, during the 2023 release, but of course, every single opportunity I got, it was like, no, nope, you're not doing it. And then it came and went. Despite the fact it was in theaters all the way to February, but still, every opportunity I got basically slipped away from me, or was out of reach, or some other reasoning. Fast forward to November 2024, when I saw it this past Thursday on the 7th. I just had to look at the calendar and I just had to think. But yeah, 1 year later. I know, I'm late to the party. I'm late, guys. Anyway, but what do I think of Godzilla Minus One? What do I think of it? Well, I guess I should probably prefix and say that while I do know Godzilla clearly, and I have seen a few of the films, and I do have a few of the films in various formats, I wouldn't call myself, like, hugely educated. Like, other than, Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, Mothra, Goriya, etc., I don't really know, like, a whole ton. I'm not really, like, disgustingly educated. Yeah. But I at least have knowledge. So, Minus One, believe it or not, was the first, I guess, true Japanese Godzilla film that I saw. When I say true Japanese, I've seen Godzilla vs. Biollante. It's in my eyesight right now. But even then, that one was dubbed. So this was the first time I had watched any of them subtitled in their native. Larry the Cucumber will be performing the traditional Argentinian ballad. Or, wait, no. Damn it, what? I was trying to quote VeggieTales and I accidentally quoted a YTP. That's amazing. YouTube poops have permanently altered my brain structure, and not for the better. Bob the Tomato will trance. God, anyway. But yeah. But before I say what I think of Godzilla Minus One, it's time for what did my acquaintances think? You see, because I don't have a car, I saw it with my mom and my sister. My brother and his now wife could not babysit my sister. They were on the honeymoon at the time this took place. They're back now, but at the time they were on their honeymoon, which was elsewhere. My dad couldn't. He was at work. And he wouldn't be back in time. So she had to come. Anyway, now, my mom and sister, well, granted, they were not excited to come, but they were at least, along for the ride, until they realized it was in Japanese with English subtitles, which I probably should have informed them, but I didn't. Naturally, you can imagine how kind of bitchy they were for the first 10 to 15 minutes, and then they shut up. They were still bitchy, though. And rather remarkably, that bloody toe I had ain't because of them. Oh yeah, worth noting, my sister pulled out this absolutely legendary one-liner for content. Oh, my dad wasn't a fan of seeing a Japanese film. Join the club. Join the club. Anyway, But, anyway, for a bit of context, the only people in the theater were me, mom, sister. Nobody else showed up. Nobody else in the theater during this showing. Anyway, my sister pulled out this absolutely legendary one-liner when she realized it was in Japanese. No wonder nobody wanted to come see this movie. Oh yeah, my sister really said that when she found out it was in Japanese. No wonder nobody wanted to come see this movie. And then she said nobody wanted to come see Godzilla. I'm not saying we should punch children, but... God, I wanted to scream when she said that. And her point's not even... Oh yeah, not like it's... Yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, not like it's a film that came out a year ago and everyone has already seen it. Thank you. Granted, I had not seen it yet. This showing was my first time watching it. Mind you, I have Netflix, but oh well. Anyway, but, oh yeah, and the thing is, that point that she made ain't even valid anyway, because when we saw Shin Kamen Rider, people showed up. And that was in Japanese. So, hey, Bella Huffstetler, what's the point you're making? Because I don't think you're making much of a point. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't think your point is quite that valid. You know what I'm saying? That was not planned. Not only did I not plan to burn calories, I also did not mean to fall. Okay, but anyway, after around 10 to 15 minutes of bitching about the language, they shut up. And then during the last hour, my mom started to pay attention to the movie. Like, at first she was on her phone doing this. Thankfully, no sound, but she was still doing this. And then after the first hour, she was like... And I don't know if she liked it or if she hated it. She did not say. But when I put up a TikTok related to the movie, she did comment that was a movie. I guess that's a seal of approval? I don't know. But now so yeah, my mom, I don't know. Sister, hated it. Me, it was peak. Okay, but for realsies. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I thought it was... Your mom really didn't like it. Yeah, what was your first clue? Anyway, but... I really liked it. I thought it was a great movie. Did it feel a little long? I mean, I've seen longer movies. Hell, one of my favorites is 3 hours and 11 minutes long. But yeah. Did it feel... Oh yeah, that is Talladega Nights in the background, if you were wondering. Anyway. What I was saying. Did it feel a little long? It didn't feel long at all to me. Well, I guess I'm just different. When I say it felt long, I didn't mean it felt boring. Not at all. I love this scene. Yep. Anyway. What I was saying. I mean, when I say, -1 felt long, it didn't feel boring at all. It never felt boring. But... I don't know, parts of it felt a little long, but it never felt boring. But then again, maybe that's just me, maybe I'm just built like a brick shit house. Which, I mean, considering the fact that my legs barely function as it is, and my ass always hurts, and my brain gives me very intrusive thoughts, and thoughts of, you should grab the knives in the kitchen, I probably am built like a brick shit house. In fact, I'm probably built like your iPhone 14 that's probably about to explode as we speak. But anyway, But I did think -1 was a great movie. You know, the acting. I guess I probably should be a bit more detailed, because this is a movie review, not a Guttermouth convention. The acting is great. And this is coming from someone who typically watches the English dubs of foreign films and the English adaptations. Oh, don't get me wrong. Do I think an English dub would have been great? Potentially. But, honestly, I think the Japanese version just is the definitive version. Granted, I don't know if an English dub of -1 even exists as of yet. But, honestly, even if there is an English dub floating around out there, the Japanese version just, like, the Japanese cast are just great. Netflix has an English dub. Okay, the more you know. I'll have to check that out. I heard a bit of it. It's okay. Not great. Well, I mean, not great is still terrible than it was terrible. But anyway. Oops. But the Japanese version will always be the definitive version. And it's probably the rare case of me watching a foreign film in its native language. Anyway, the music, again, the music was great. I really loved the music. The theme, the main theme after a while felt, I'm so tired. The main theme after a while was really catchy. Although I will say, though, my sister kind of ruined it for me, because during the end credits, she said, "This sounds like This Is Halloween" from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then I sang it in my head with the music, and sure enough, I was like, fuck you. Oh, the theme will burn in your brain. Yes. But when my sister said, "This sounds like This Is Halloween," I sang it in my head, and I was like, fuck you. Just fuck you. The visual effects were great. While I will always love practical suit actor Godzilla, the CGI in this one was great. Sure, I think there were a few shots that looked a little cheap, but honestly, they were few and far between, and what was in the movie just was great. I will say, though, given that this was the first time I had seen the movie, it honestly felt like when he destroys the city for the first time, it kind of felt like that was the climax, even though it wasn't and it isn't. But that kind of felt like all -1 is my favorite. I prefer rubber suits. Same here. Okay, but while it isn't and it wasn't, when he destroys the city for the first time, it did kind of feel like, yep, this is the climax of the movie, when it was only like halfway through, roughly. Pretty sure, anyway. Pretty sure. Could be mistaken, but yeah. Oh. Also, something, not to totally get distracted, but even though my sister absolutely hated it and wasn't paying attention worth a shit, because she's blind, she still said, right towards the end, "They better not kill the little girl," repeatedly. And also, she kind of gave herself a bit of Mandela effect, because when he destroys the other town towards the end, you hear like a dog barking, and my sister said, like, she would keep saying, "They better not kill the little girl or the dog," and I was like, the dog's not their fucking pet, like, and that dog, you don't even see it on screen, you just hear it bark. Like, what are you waffling about? Like, the dog's not a main character. This isn't the Sonic movies. You know, Ozzy ain't about to get a 9mm to his head. He ain't about to get a 9mm and some osteoporosis with that arthritis. 9mm to the head of osteoporosis arthritis. Stupid even for me. Osteoporosis and arthritis. It's the stupidest shit that ends up being the funniest. Anyway, but, oh yeah, while it was a great movie, something that did on the topic of death, something that did kind of throw me. In fact, it's funny. I had never seen the movie prior to this screening, and I didn't know, like, any major spoilers. Pretty impressive, I know. But something that threw me was when it turns out, like, oh, hey, she's alive. At first I was like, oh, that's actually a cool twist. But then I was like, okay, hold the fuck up. Like, I wasn't, like, nitpicking or being bitchy, but I was like, hold the fuck up. Like, she was, like, blown. And I don't mean blow job. She was, like, blown to, like, she was blown to the west. Like, her ass 100%, like, flew into a brick wall and likely, like, had the back of her head just exploded open. Granted, she has the bandage on her head, but still, I was like, what? Like, cool emotional moment, great emotional moment, but, like, huh? Like, how do you survive that? Granted, I know this is Godzilla we're talking about, but but that did throw me. I was like, no, how, like, you should be dead. Yeah. Oppenheimer, anyway, but I'm trying to think of what else. Another thing I really loved about -1 was playing with my hair. No. Another thing. Oh, yeah. Another thing I loved about -1 is, while it did kind of have, you know, the focus on the human characters, it was not too much focus, because the Godzilla movies that I have seen, which are mostly the MonsterVerse films, I feel have too much focus on the humans. I mean, granted, I don't hate human characters in movies, Sonic, but I don't know. In the case of the MonsterVerse and a few other Godzillas, it feels like the humans are in it too much. But that, I'll read that after the review. Something caught my eye, but I'll read it after the review. But I feel -1 had human characters in just the right amount. Like, it wasn't, like, too much focus to the point where you're like, this is fucking boring. But it wasn't, like, too little where it's like, okay, you're exhausting through all your cool actions, let us take a breather. You know. It felt like the right amount of both. The right amount of Godzilla to say that it's a Godzilla movie, and the right amount of human characters to say that it's not exclusively a Godzilla movie. Yeah. Trying to think. It's not that I don't have anything to say, but I'm just, like, kind of tired right now. So, my brain is, like, usually around this time of night is when my brain just starts to clock out. So if you wonder why I say some of the shit I do on this show, it's because my brain is clocked out for the night. But another thing that I really liked about the film, even if it might not have been 100% related to the movie itself, is, I'm trying to think of how to put it into words. Oh, God. trying to think of how to put... I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of, like, the words for it. Oh. Okay, well this I did... Not what I was trying to say, but I did just think about this. What I did like, even though it's not really related to the movie at all, even though I do like going to see a movie in theaters with an audience, strangely enough, I kind of liked having the theater to ourselves for this one. Ourselves, of course, being me, my mom, and my sister. Again, do I wish there was a turnout for this? Yes, but I kind of liked the peacefulness of it, because no distractions, no distractions, no distractions. Yeah, I'm not funny, but no distractions, which was nice. No, like, loud bitches talking on their phone or talking to their friends. Although, granted, you know, if you're talking to your friends about the movie and you're being quiet, or, you know, if you're just making noises like laughter, applause, holy shit, man, that I don't mind. But if you're being loud and talking during a movie, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? Oh, there was only one annoying bitch for you. 100%. Okay, but weirdly enough, it was quite peaceful, and I also like that kind of peace. Again, do I wish there... I think... There we go. Do I wish there was a bigger turnout? Yes, but I kind of liked, you know, having peace. Yeah. Yeah. Do I have any observations with the movie? Not really. I mean, I've only watched it once so far. But I don't really... I mean, I'm sure I'll probably come to something later, but I didn't really have, like, any observations, both in the theater and after. I didn't really have, like, any... I mean, I really loved it, but I don't have, like, any, like, here's something I noticed, or, you know, something like that. Yeah. Oh my god. Something, though, that I did think was interesting, that I kind of wasn't expecting, was the, like, archive audio of the war in English. I just thought that was interesting, because I can't really think of many foreign films that do that, like the mixed language thing. And I also thought it was interesting because, you know, it makes it feel more authentic, like, because they show, of course they show, like, you know, how the war went, and they show, like, the different countries, and they play, like, this radio broadcast that's, like, in English, but I feel like that was more authentic, because, like, typically, like, if this was, like, an even lower budget film, it would have been entirely Japanese, and I'm one of those people that's like, oh, so in this universe, every country, including the United States, speaks Spanish? But in this case, it felt more realistic, because, like, oh, so this isn't just some bizarro alternate universe where every country speaks Japanese. Good to know. Yeah. Yeah, but I just thought that was interesting. Another thing that I thought was interesting, granted, I know this is probably going to make me sound like a massive duh-head, but while I do know that the ocean and the sea has kind of always been a part of Godzilla's character and kind of aesthetic, I guess. Like, he's always rising up from the sea. I feel like they really played into that aspect for this one. Like, they really made it feel like Godzilla was this, like, sea monster. Like, he hails from the ocean. Which, honestly, I think that's a very cool way to, like, convey what he is and treat him. And honestly, looking at Godzilla as a character, I can honestly kind of see Sea Monster in him. Like, even though he's got, arms and legs, I can just look at this and think, yeah, he's a sea monster. So that was kind of a cool thing they did, in my opinion. Oh, and let me just say, every single scene that Godzilla is on screen is just brilliant, amazing. From the music, to the visual effects, to the acting, everything. It doesn't just feel like you're watching actors on a set pretend. It feels like you are watching real people basically have their lives permanently altered. Yeah. Another thing I really liked as well was just the portrayal of PTSD. Mainly because, well, gee, if you saw a big scary monster and you were a kamikaze pilot, I think you too would be maybe a little shooken up. You know. But yeah. Sorry if it sounds like I'm struggling. I'm just tired right now. But the show must go on. But, Wonder. Oh, hi. No, I am not repeating myself. I'm not trying to sound rude at all, so apologies if I do. I just don't feel like repeating the last 43 minutes of my life. But if you're wondering what you missed, Godzilla -1. We were reviewing that. I was singing my praises. Then repeat what I said. Wonder. More like, oh God. Godzilla -Sylph. Okay, that's actually funny, and honest to God, I thought that was heading somewhere else entirely. Okay, well, I guess now that you're here, but -1 was a great movie. Like, not only, a great, I won't be here for long. Okay, no worries. Granted, I'm not sure why you stopped by, but I'm also not against it. Just making my cameo. That shouldn't be funny to me. Just the phrase, making my cameo. Oh yeah, we do have a new set piece, thank you for asking. If you're wondering where 41-year-old Virgin is, now we have a better thing in its place tonight. A much better thing. And we have 2 oranges. It's even better. But anyway. But Godzilla -1 is a great movie. Not just a great Godzilla movie, but just a great movie. Put the 41-year-old Virgin back. Wonder After Dark, the only show where I have to oblige no matter what. Okay, you can still kind of see Sunny on camera. I mean, I can make out her eye, but that's about it. Best movie. Keep telling yourself that. Okay, but yeah, Godzilla Minus One. It's a great movie. Always Sunny in Sunny. Yeah, sure. Stay tuned for when we cover It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and then finally get blacklisted. But Godzilla Minus One was a great movie, and I really love it. Even though it's a movie from last year, I'd say that it's one of my favorites of the year. Would I call it my favorite of this year? I don't know. I'm saving that for New Year's or Christmas. I don't know which yet. But either way. But yeah, you're probably wondering, what's my rating for Godzilla Minus One? Well, first I'm going to hand that to Spider, assuming he's still here, because on my end I see one viewer. Spider, assuming you're still watching this, what is your rating for Godzilla Minus One? 9 out of 10, yep. And honestly, that would be my rating too. I would also give it a 9 out of 10. Now, if they had found a way to combine CGI with rubber suits, then it would have been a 10 out of 10. Even though the CGI in this film is really good, but if they found a way to combine CGI and rubber somehow, then it would have been a 10. But 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10-decimo. Alright, I don't know what to talk about for the next 20 minutes, but I also don't want to end this quite yet. I got like 15 to 20 more minutes to kill, so I guess I'll just say what I got up to today. I went to Walmart, obviously grabbed the cutie. And I just realized it looks like they're kissing. But I also grabbed Heavy Gunner from the hit Gunner. Lovely little Gunner man town, man bot town, botnik town, gun bot, man butthole. Stick a cock in my butthole, please. And Fang, because I like sticking fangs in my mouth. Yeah, here's a Fang. And there's what I got up to today, plain and simple. So yeah. Other than that, I didn't really get up to much today. And I love how YouTube keeps alternating back and forth between... two viewers, one viewer, and 0. What is it that I always say on this show? 0 to 50 and 4? Yeah. But yeah, didn't really have a super crazy day in all honesty. Just went to Walmart, got some goodies, that's basically it. Oh yeah, and I guess now you know, if you want a plushie of Sunny Star Scout, Walmart's the place to go. That's if you want her. Oh yeah, and another observation, anyway, an observation, looks like the holiday season is in full swing already because, you know, Walmart's got Christmas decorations and Christmas items out for sale. They got toy catalogs aplenty. They got just everything. Christmas commercials are already playing on TV. Yeah, basically all the Halloween leftovers are gone. And at the exact time of year I predicted. Because my thing is that while Halloween, the holiday, is on October 31st, the Halloween season does not end until like the first week of November. Halloween in this case ended around November 7th, November 8th. Now that it's November 9th, Christmas is in full swing. And I love how each and every year we just kind of ignore Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is such a pointless holiday. Yeah, just pointless. Alright, I got like 10 to 15 more minutes. I got roughly 10 to 15 more minutes to kill. So let's have a funny little round of oh fuck, that's funny. Starting with oh fuck. Just in, Canada reports first human case of H5 bird flu. A teenager was hospitalized. Somebody says, new pandemic and Trump is president. What could possibly go wrong? Speaking of everybody's favorite Oompa Loompa, now it's time for That's Fucking Funny. New York State has found a legal loophole that would force Trump to serve his prison sentence for the entire 4 years of his presidency. Keep in mind, Trump is sentenced on November 26th. That is before he is sworn into office, and even then cannot be pardoned from a state case. So he could be in prison and president at the same time. The fucking funniest outcome, and I hope to God that they do make him serve his sentence. For legal reasons, I have to clarify that's a joke. Again, for legal reasons, that's a joke. That's a joke. But anyway. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else to talk about for the remainder of this episode? Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Oh yeah, I love how this entire segment is just news corner. I swear it was not on purpose for me to just start covering the news, but so previously on Life. Okay. Previously on Life, 43 monkeys escaped from a South Carolina medical lab. Police say there is no serious danger, but then later advised citizens to lock their doors. 43 monkeys remain on the run from South Carolina lab. CEO thinks they're having an adventure. Sure they are. One monkey recovered safely. 42 others remain on the run from the South Carolina lab. And probably the craziest turn of events, the monkeys that escaped from a lab in South Carolina have been subjects of human research since, get this, the 1800s. How old are these fucking monkeys? Since the 1800s. What? That's not Planet of the Apes. That's fucking... shit, that's... God. Trying to think of what else. I'm really just looking for more material at this point. Oh. Avatar Fire and Ash is coming to theaters December 2025. Okay. Just okay. Brad Winderbaum, when asked if there's a chance of Loki Season 3, there's always a chance, which is basically code for, we're renewing it. Brad Winderbaum, when asked if we could get Agatha All Along Season 2, I think we all want to see more adventures in Westview. Didn't you idiots literally just announce the Vision show not long ago? Robert Vito, star of Spy Kids, has been arrested for felony domestic violence. Why does that not surprise me? Kevin Feige teases the future of Eternals in the MCU. We'd be lucky to get any of them back at some point. Do we need the Eternals back? Kevin Feige reveals his top 3 moments in the MCU. Tony Stark saying, "I am Iron Man," Black Panther being revealed for the very first time on screen, and the Avengers coming out of the portals in Endgame. All 3 solid moments, although I love how 2 of those are from Endgame. A new trailer for the Thunderbolts has been released, and not only am I still questioning what the asterisk in the title is all about, but I am also questioning, for the love of God, why these trailers are nearly 4 minutes long. At that point, that's not a movie, that's just an episode of a TV show, because it may as well be. 20th Century Studios announced a new film starring Rami Malek titled The Amateur. There's a certain joke that I wanted to make there, but I'm not gonna legally. I've been legally advised by myself to not make that joke. Wonka 2 is officially in the works. I saw that one. It was called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The Buzz Lightyear Army in Toy Story 5, they will be the villains of the film after they get stuck in a malfunctioning play mode. Okay, seriously, can we stop with Toy Story, please? Biden has been asked to investigate whether Trump cheated to win the election. Good. Trying to find anything else to cover. Dog loves his donkey friends. Horse meets horse. What else? Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Would you believe the Polar Express is 20 years old? Wonder After Dark, the only show where we have like 40 Wonder After Dark, the only show where we have like 40 minutes of material and then have to half-ass and bullshit the rest. Oh, whoops. Got another fucking porn bot. Oh, here's a tattoo. Let me turn brightness down so it's easier to see on camera. Here's a tattoo. Really nice tattoo, I must say. Really cute tattoo. I love it. Slow news night, I see. Oh, a rave took place at Sonic Expo. It's not that I find so amusing, it's the fact that Lee Majdoub, aka Agent Stone, was there. I wish I could be as happy as that man. Oh, teeth. Alright. And now it's time. And now it's time for a Wonder After Dark intermission. We'll be right back to the show. On Nick. now back to the show. Now back to the show. Intermission over. I apologize for the literal 8 minutes and 6 seconds of torture. Guantanamo Bay. Anyway. Alright. Just trying to think of something to pass the time here. Let me check my battery life. Got a decent amount back. Anyway. I guess I'll talk about this before we wrap up tonight's episode. Something that I think is honestly pretty funny. Oh. Anyway. I guess I'll talk about this before. Daisy. Yep, Daisy moment. Daisy moment. Anyway, I guess I'll talk about this before I wrap up tonight's episode. I love how DVD releases of movies kind of came full circle. We went from DVDs being in decent quality and having either no extras at all or minimal extras to getting cool 2-disc collector's edition DVDs in pretty good quality with great bonus content to modern DVD releases to modern DVD releases being in kind of just whatever quality with no extras. Very bland and basic. I don't know. I just think it's funny how DVDs of movies kind of just came full circle. I just think it's funny. Alright. I really don't have any additional material for this episode, so it's time for two things: the funny image and the obvious teaser for the next episode. Son of a bitch. Perfection. Alright, it's time for the funny image. Me in the library tries to put the women's rights books in the fiction section. My mom trying not to kill me. I don't even have a joke for that. I don't even have a joke for that. Alright. have anything else for tonight's episode, really, so we're going to wrap this up with the Wonder After Dark next episode cliffhanger. Next time on Wonder... Oh God, here comes my sister. Feels so much later than just 10:47. Alright, anyway. And now, alright, because I don't have any additional material prepped for this episode, and I've already exhausted through all my material, it's time for the Wonder After Dark next episode cliffhanger. So, tomorrow night is a double whammy, double feature, triple birthday. Someone's turning old, and we're covering 2 movies for the price of 1. Albeit 2 movies that don't belong in the same conversation. But will I elaborate further? No, because I've said enough. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and He loves you very much. If you do drugs, go to hell before you die. Good night, and have a day.